everyone, happy Sunday! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another fashion video. I'm going to be talking you through some of my wardrobe additions of late. Last week I did a spring transitional wardrobe video, so I spoke you through some of the things that you may already have in your wardrobe that I'm kind of reintroducing as the weather gets warmer, which it is. It's 16 degrees, it's sunny! Got a t-shirt on. I thought I'd talk you through some of the things I've actually picked up recently. There's not that many. I think there's about 8 or 9 items. I'm trying to be a bit frugal. I don't know, I feel until it really properly warms up, you don't want to get too overexcited and just buy loads of new things because it's changeable. I'm still getting used to my winter items, so I thought I'd just talk you through some things I picked up. And yeah, let's get going. Enough the rambling, let's go. So the first item I'm going to talk you through is probably one of my favourite pieces I've picked up recently. It is the most exciting. I've posted it on my blog already. I mean, if you've got eagle eyes, you'll have seen it on Instagram. I mean, it doesn't take eagle eyes to notice this dress because look at it, it's so bright, it's so much dress, I can't even fit it all in the frame, it needs to just go around. This dress I picked up from And Other Stories. I saw this a couple of months ago now, I think, when they first put it on their website. They do this thing on their website where they put an item up and they say coming soon, so you think you can buy it and you're like, oh, what size? And they have no sizes because it's not even online, so it's just like, and it came online, it went, and I saw a lady I follow called Erica Davis, who is amazing. She posted about it on Instagram, and like a mad woman, I was like, where is it? What store? And it was in Regent Street, and I picked it up, and I love it. It's definitely not the most subtle piece of clothing, but I think, I don't know, that's what makes it so beautiful, the fact that there's so much going on. It's rainbow, it's pleated, it's got these clovers actually that I think I featured in the last video on the blouse. So it's kind of got that really beautiful subtle print, it's got beautiful button detail, and I just love it. It's nice because a lot of people do ask if it's a skirt and a top, the thing that goes with the skirt, you know, the top. But yeah, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely not a subtle piece, but it's actually more versatile than I think you might imagine. Like, I wore it for a birthday dinner, and it's the kind of thing that I would wear during the day, probably paired down with some, like, I don't know, plimsoll trainers would be quite cool, little sandals, something with a little ankle strap, just something with a little heel. I think it's really, really versatile. I know I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it. Yeah, and I just had to mention it. I'm just in love, I love it. Now, if that much rainbow is too much rainbow for you, I get it, I understand. So the next thing I picked up recently, which I actually wore last week, and I featured it on my Insta stories quite a lot, and a lot of people have been like, where's that jumper from? Is this jumper, you know it was coming. It looks really, really small when it's not on. It's a crop jumper, but it actually looks like it shrunk. My nan kindly washed it for me, and she said, oh my God, Liv, I can't tell you, I've ruined one of your jumpers. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She pulled it out and I was like, no, it's just a really cropped, really, really stretchy jumper. So it's got a lot of stretch to it, it's got a lot of give, and it looks great with high-waisted jeans. This one is from Pull & Bear, which I got on ASOS. Also available on their site, because I think it might have sold out on ASOS. It's £18, so it's really, really reasonable. Really lovely navy knit, really fine knit, so it's really great for this kind of weather. And what I love about it, this is really boring, but I love the fact the stripes continue to the back. Don't get that with a lot of jumpers. So I really love it, goes with everything, goes with all the colours featured on the stripes, and yeah, great jumper. The next thing I picked up recently is this skirt from Warehouse. I have a lot of love for Warehouse at the moment, as I mentioned in last week's video. This is just going to turn into like an updated version of last week's video, I'm guessing. I picked up this skirt, which is kind of like a silky fabric, kind of relatively high-waisted. It's got these really cool ruffles on them. I know I've seen a lot of skirts like this recently, which are like midi skirts, kind of with like a mid-tier, like diagonal ruffle, which seems to be very fashionable. Most of them are gingham, so I really love this. It's slightly different. I think it would look really cool with like band t-shirts, little camis, or even just a simple kind of roll neck if you're going for something a bit more conservative. It's really, really gorgeous. It's very light, so you can wear like tights underneath, or, you know, if you're not a tight person, bare legs, because hey, it's warming up, as I mentioned. Again, looks really cool with trainers if you want to kind of, you know, give it a bit of a boyish edge if you're not really a fan of all the ruffles and the floral print. But I think it's really cool. Warehouse, again, this season doing some really cool things. I think last season they had a new like head of design, and it's just, they've got some really cool shapes, really cool fabrics coming in, so definitely keep an eye out. Now, another brand that I've been absolutely loving recently is Next. I have shopped at Next since I can remember, literally, I think for years. My mum used to get the catalogues, which was the highlight of my shopping week. I mean, I didn't shop when I was little, but every time they came in the post, I was like, wow, it's like the Yellow Pages, but for fashion. It was amazing, and I remember tearing things out, and even now they are still doing amazing, amazing things. At the moment, the thing I'm loving most from Next are the shoes. I have 2 pairs here. So the first pair are undone, but they're these gold shoes. I'm a real fan of kind of like this Mary Jane style shoe with these straps. There's loads of things like this going on at the moment, but I haven't seen any like this. These are kind of metallic. They're kind of, I need to stop saying kind of, but I kind of can't describe them. They're almost glittery, but not quite. They just look really cool with quite simple outfits. They're a really nice way of jazzing up something quite basic. Look great with kick flares because they cut off at a really good point in your ankle. Gives a really nice shape. And they're just, I don't know, they're great party shoes, great day shoes, and they're really bloody comfortable. That's one thing about Next shoes. They are so comfortable. The other pair I'm going to talk to you about are these ones. I think they're kind of, I don't know, you either love them or you hate them. I think most people seem to like them because I featured them on Instagram and the overall reaction was quite positive. I feel like they're like my Aladdin kind of shoe, but they're really, really comfortable. I wore them literally for a whole day on my feet the other day, and it was the first time I'd worn them, so I hadn't had a chance to kind of wear them in, and they're so comfortable. They've got this really cool like little leather strap at the back to keep your foot in place, but they're just really, really soft, really lovely, a really great colour. I love wearing this. White, looks great with denim, everything looks good with denim. They look a lot more expensive than they are. I think Next are really good at doing reasonable trend-led shoes if you're kind of into more trend pieces. These are definitely that, but I just think they're really cool, really interesting, and I've not seen anything else like it, so good job Next. Another brand I've also been loving, and more of a recent discovery for me, is a brand called Cézanne. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Cézanne is a French brand. They are amazing. I've seen a lot of their products online before on Instagram, and their website kind of works so they do like, I think, quarterly drops, and they go online and they sell out quite quickly, almost like the French cool Supreme. I don't know, but they have really, really beautiful products, and I was kind of introduced to them recently and I caught some of their spring summer collection. So I picked up a couple of things. It's just really cool classic pieces. I don't know if anyone follows, I think Jeanne Damas. Again, another French name. I'm not going to do the accent because it would just not sound good, but she is an amazing French blogger, kind of socialite, cool girl model, and she has a brand called Rouge, and it's kind of similar to that in the sense of the style and the kind of really simple chic Birkin-esque pieces, which are just beautifully designed, very simple, almost timeless in a way. So they're kind of obviously seasonal and they come out, you know, in quarterly drops, but really, really cool stuff. So I'll show you what I picked up. I only picked up a couple of pieces, but I picked up this belt to start with because I don't know, I'm a fan of a good belt, I like to keep my trousers up, but I think it adds a lot to an outfit as well. If you're wearing a simple blouse, something like this is really cool, kind of vintage inspired. Really love this. The bigger piece that I picked up was this bag from them. And it's kind of the similar half moon shape that APC and Radley are, like my black Radley bag that I literally wax lyrical about all the time. I absolutely love this. I love the strap. I think it's really cool. It's really comfortable because it's got a little leather bit at the top. And it's also a really, really good size. It fits a lot in there. Nice kind of shape. And yeah, I was just really, really excited about this because I've got so much use out of my Radley one. I thought getting something similar in tan is probably a good idea because I know I'm going to wear it to death. So really happy with that. Also an amazing brand. So if you haven't, go and check them out. From one poorly pronounced brand to another, I'm going to introduce you to another brand that I've really been loving. I think I mentioned this in the video with Charlotte a couple of months ago. Recently, my friend Lindsay came over from LA and she very, very kindly offered to send it to her home so she could bring it over from shops that I couldn't really buy from in the UK. One of them was a brand called Doan, and Charlotte introduced me to this brand and they are amazing. They have really cool kind of California vintage style pieces, so lots of like kind of smocks, beautiful embroidered fabrics. And one of the things I picked up, because the collections are slightly more expensive, they're all made in the US, they're really, really beautifully crafted, so the pieces are more expensive, but they're quite staple pieces. Admittedly, they're probably not for everyone because of the price, but I absolutely love them and I bought one piece because it's the kind of thing that I think you can buy one piece and you know you'll have it for absolutely ages. One thing I picked up was this blouse, which I absolutely love. It's slightly creased because I feel like everything I feature in videos just zooms past the ironing pile and is like, nope, straight to the wardrobe, which is typical because it makes it look like I just go like this with everything. And what I really love about it is this kind of embroidery that has on it. It's kind of got cut-out shapes, which is really lovely. And it's also got the really pretty neck ruffle, making it slightly Victoriana. And I love the fact it's got like a granddad collar too, so there's not too much fuss. So you can kind of button up to the top, or you can have a few buttons undone. It looks great tucked in with jeans. I wore it recently on a trip to Paris and I felt very chic, very cool. But I absolutely love this. It's really lovely, and I know I'm gonna have it for ages because I think you just can't have enough good white blouses. I absolutely love this. So they are a really amazing brand to check out if you haven't already. So I do recommend having a nosy. Another brand I also picked up on my mini US haul, I suppose, was from Bando. I absolutely adore Bando. They do stock bits in the UK. I think it's primarily their stationery and lifestyle stuff. I know it's stocked in Selfridges. and I think probably across various other kind of stationery and online shops. But they don't seem to do their clothing, so apologies if I'm going to be that guy now that's like, hey, this is what I bought in the US. I do think they do ship to the UK, possibly the kind of, you know, shipping, taxes and customs that you do have to consider, but they have an amazing range of clothes. It's very small, but a lot of them have featured cool slogan tees, which, you know, I'm a bit of a fan of, and just some really beautiful pieces. So I picked up this after much deliberation. I nearly did a whole collection sweep, and I was like, Liv, you don't need like 5 different sweatshirts that say different things, but I picked up this one, which is like a really pale kind of peachy pink, and it says I did my best on it, which I absolutely love. It's really, really, really cozy. It's got that kind of like fleece material in the inside. So the outside says, oh, I'm a cool slogan jumper wearer, and the inside says, I'm being really warm and cozy. So I really love that. I really wish they were stocked in the UK, so please come over. Really happy that I know I'll get a lot of wear out of things like that. It's great for kind of the gym, just day-to-day stuff. Just if you're at home, absolutely love it. So yeah, good job, Beth. And that is a wrap. I really hope you enjoyed this video and talking through some of my newest items. I'd love to see or hear about the shops that you're really liking at the moment, if there's any new brands you've discovered. Constantly on the hunt for new things. Also, speaking of new things, my friends and I are hosting our 4th ever Bloggers Market. I don't know why I did that, because that's the name of it. Which is going to be on the 1st of April, so it's a couple of weeks' time, but I will pop the link to the event and my blog post in the description, so if you fancy coming along. We're selling pre-loved secondhand items, there's going to be workshops, there's going to be really great food and drink, really great company, and yeah, it should be a really fun day. So if you want to hear some more about that, there will be a link in my bio and stuff, so it'd be really great to see you along if you fancy coming. So yeah, until next week, I'll see you then. Bye!